Hello and welcome to Royal Vibes. They profess to hate the firm, but Harry and Meghan's UK trip feels oddly like a royal tour. But there is one major difference. With limited public and press access, you will have to tune into Netflix for the full story of their visit. They have barely had a fun word to say about royal life since they left it. Their privacy was invaded. Her unhappiness unheeded, his security requests ignored. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex, it is said, were all but imprisoned in a golden cage in which men in grey suits stood in their way and their own family was jealous of their success. So difficult is their relationship that as Prince Harry and Meghan make a rare return to Britain this week, they aren't even expected to see most of their family. Instead, they will embark on a short series of visits to the three charities closest to their hearts, with a discussion about gender equality thrown into the book. Remarkably, their schedule could have been plucked from their calendar on any given working week before their departure in 2020, which begs the question, if royal life was so bad, why does their trip feel so oddly like a royal tour? That's a big question. The Successes, who have built a new team to bring about their vision of compassion in action in the US through a series of activations, are following a tried and tested blueprint originally honed by their aides in the UK. Even more strikingly, the schedule will see them slot alongside the royal family as they all get back to work for the first week after their annual summer break. Replicating an engagement style of their royal relatives, the Sussexes are to deliver speeches, listen to the hopes and fears of young people, and be photographed at an award ceremony for sick children in which they will bring in sprinkling magic and struggling families and unsung careers. The schedule has been designed around three events they have both previously attended: the One Young World Summit on Monday, and Invictus Games launch on Tuesday, and the Welcher Awards on Thursday. The happy alignment of the calendar has made the trip worldwide as the Duke and Duchess leave their Californian retreat, complete with the entwined palm trees representing their love to the Briton Prince Harry with steel curls, according to legal papers home. Cynics have noted that the flurry of activity coincides with the launch of commercial deals, from the Duchess's podcast to the forthcoming memoir from Prince Harry, and at least two Netflix documentaries, one about the Invictus Games and another about couple's own love story as seen through their work. Allies of the Sussexes have pointed instead to the desperate need of small charities following the COVID-19 pandemic and the difference their global profile can bring to awareness and much-needed donations. The causes, once said, make the trip worthwhile, despite an ongoing row over the UK security which their team believe puts them at personal risk. The trip will allow them to base or to bask in the glowing support of their admirers. You can bet on Meghan's One Young World Summit speech being met with ear-splitting cheers from watching Tains, while Harry's reception from grateful athletes at the Invictus Games is enough to bring a tear to even the hardiest of veterans' eyes. If a smattering of boos were heard from the public during the Platinum Jubilee visit, all possible measures are being taken to control uncertainty this time around. Events tickets are tightly controlled, with a ban on standing outside venues and a press conference which Prince Harry will leave before the questions start. But the most important reason this trip has a distinctly royal feel, quite simply, it works. The royal family may have its faults. Order Prince Harry's upcoming autobiography for further details about that. But a lifetime in the public eye does give an insight into how best to make a difference, although each member does things their own way. All broadly follow the pattern set by the Queen, who chooses good causes and good people to honor with a royal visit. A short conversation with a glow of a royal spotlight is enough to make someone's day, if not change their life. And the Sussexes, for all the public criticism levied at them, were very good at it. Since they left the royal family moving in the middle of the pandemic that left them working over Zoom, any real-life charisma has been lost in coverage of their work in favor of the pronouncements heard by Preachy and a string of interviews in which they could not help but complain and complain and complain. This week's schedule gives them the opportunity to prove there is more to their new on royal brand as the home diary buzzed, with its regular mix of formal and family engagements. That is a Queen on Prime Minister appointment duties at Balmoral, Prince Charles and Camilla back to the day job after holiday, and the Cambridge children starting their new school. Anything the successes do can only be seen in complement of contrast, not privy to the extent of family ructions. As far as the public is concerned, it may feel like they never left, with one major difference of course, with public and press access strictly limited. If you want to see the full story of who they met and what they said, you may have to turn into Netflix instead. So guys, with that we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, bye bye.